Thanks for joining us. I'm Maggie Dunn. Topping the news tonight. Tuscaloosa police are investigating a shooting that happened Monday night at the park at Manderson Landing on Jack Warner Parkway. Police say 24-year-old victim was found and taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. According to witnesses, the victim was supposed to be meeting someone at that location to sell a cell phone. The victim is not a University of Alabama student, and police say the case is under investigation. There's more bad news for workers at Walter Energy. The troubled coal company is trying to find a way to legally stop paying its retired workers and employee agreements. According to Walter Energy, the company that's building them or buying them is unwilling to pay retired employees or follow through with agreements made with current employees. Walter Energy is currently seeking court approval to avoid the financial obligation. Should the court rule in Walter Energy's favor, more than 4,000 retired and current employees could be affected. Check this out. The third time was a charm for Alabama demolition crew, attempting to topple the iconic Avondale Mills smokestack in Pell City this morning. After two explosive tries, Tim Pfeiffer moved a track hoe closer to smash into the 150-foot tall stack. Then all 2.6 million pounds of brick finally fell, right on top of the machine. Pfeiffer stayed inside the cab. It scared his family and onlookers, but the machine's structure helped the 20-year explosive expert escape the mess unharmed. He said while it was dangerous, he would do it all again. And with the holidays getting underway, Tuscaloosa is offering its annual family-friendly outing. Holidays on the River will be back in business December 1st at a new location. Instead of the Transportation Museum, this year's pop-up ice skate rink is located inside Tuscaloosa Amphitheater. Christy Bobo with the City of Tuscaloosa says the move is a good one for many reasons.
We're really excited about this move because we have a much larger space that's secure that we can set up other events alongside the ice rink.
Holidays on the River runs through January 18th. For more information or to buy tickets, go online to holidaysontheriver.com. Coming up next in sports, it's Thanksgiving week, or in the state of Alabama, it's Iron Bowl week. Stay tuned to hear how the Tide and Tigers are getting ready physically and mentally for the big game on the Plains. Plus, hear from Coach Gus Malzahn on what he's been studying about the Tide. You may notice a compliment or two. Those stories and more next.
I don't talk to my family that Auburn fans. No, just flat.
It must be Iron Bowl week. That's Alabama junior linebacker Ryan Anderson joking that he doesn't talk to his family that says War Eagle. But in reality, this is a week that divides many households in the state of Alabama. The 80th edition of the Iron Bowl will be held at Jordan-Hare Stadium this weekend. And although the Tigers have had a subpar season at 6-5 and Bama on the brink of a college football playoff berth, the Tide expects the Tigers' best effort.
No, they still got a good offense. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball. And it's that tempo, they go real fast. So, I feel like we got our work cut out for us stopping it. All the records and rankings and stats, all that grow out the door this week. Those guys definitely we're gonna get their best game.
Like I've been saying, Auburn, they're always gonna have athletes and they got enough talent to match anybody. It's like us. If we play well, we can beat anybody. If we play bad, we can lose anybody. And just the same with them. They play well, they're good enough to beat anybody, and if they play bad, they can lose anybody. But we just got to make sure we're playing our game on Saturday.
So while Bama practices today, Kenyon Drake is out there working with a cast. He fractured his arm against Mississippi State. Defensive backs are working on drills. Jake Coker grew up watching this game, and he is now getting ready for his first Iron Bowl start. Here he passes in warm-ups to Cam Sims, the winner of 5 out of the last 6 Iron Bowls, has gone on to win or play in the national championship. As for the Tigers, they have had 2 quarterbacks play this season, Jeremy Johnson and Sean White. Gus Malzahn told the media today he hasn't named a starter for this weekend, and that does one thing: make Alabama have to prepare for 2 quarterbacks. It shouldn't be too much of a problem for the Tide. After all, according to Malzahn, Alabama is the most talented team in the country.
D-line is very deep, very talented. I believe the most talented in the country. The rush defense really stands out to me. You know, they do a great job with the run fits. They do a great job disrupting things up front. Offensively, very productive also. Got one of the best running backs in the entire country, a big, fast guy that's tough to tackle one-on-one. I think their quarterback's done a very good job of, you know, running their offense, protecting the football, you know, managing their offense. Of course, their special teams is extremely talented. So overall, you know, we're playing the what I believe the most talented team in the country. We're going to have to play well to win.
The season is young for the Alabama's women's basketball program, much like their roster, which is dominated by underclassmen. But that seems to be no problem for Christy Curry's team, as they have scored 93 points in their first 4 games. Tonight, hosting Georgia State at home, the Tide looking to keep up the tempo hoops going. Georgia State no pushover, though. They go out to a hot start. Hanging with Bama, Ashley Cole's jumper gives Georgia State a 15-12 lead. The Panthers build a 6-point lead in the first quarter. Ashley Cole's with 2 of her 10 points this evening. But Bama wakes up the second quarter. Tide gets the ball inside the paint to senior Nikki Hedstetter. She led the Tide tonight with 14 points and 9 rebounds. And getting used to seeing highlights from number 1 Nene Bolton put up 12. The Tide went on to a 14-0 run, and State would never come back. Bama wins 72-56. That's all for now. Be sure to join us for more local news tonight at 6 and 10. Have a good night.